Host is a brand new 2020 Shudder original, and it dropped about an hour ago. It's 54 minutes long, so here we are to talk about it like 2 seconds after it has ended. Now, this is from director Rob Savage, and this was written, directed, shot, the whole thing during the coronavirus quarantine. And it was filmed remotely through computers and laptops, which is absolutely incredible to me that they were able to pull this off. What the hell were you doing during the quarantine? Did you make a feature film? Because these guys fucking did. And now I feel like an asshole. So this is about a bunch of friends who get together and they have a seance over a Skype type thing. They call it Zoom. I don't know if it's a real thing or not. But whatever it is, they hold this seance and it goes wrong or right. I don't know. I mean, when you have a seance, you want things to happen, right? You want to contact spirits. Well, they sure as shit do. And of course, things go completely fucking wrong. And hey, guys, this is like a female cast, like a primarily female cast. So some of you guys who think that's going to be some kind of like agenda, sorry, boys. The girls are stealing all your roles. I thought everyone was really damn good in this. All the acting in this movie is really great. Like, seriously, all of it's really good. That's my biggest takeaway from the film, is how well I thought the acting was. Now, I think where people will dislike this movie, and when I say people, I just mean a specific type of person, and any person who is that person who watches a movie and the entire time is like, why are they going in there? Don't investigate that. What are you doing? This is so stupid. Why are they doing that? Why are they going in there? Why are they checking this? Why aren't they just turning off this? Why aren't they just leaving? If you're that kind of person, you're going to fucking hate this movie. This is going to be your kryptonite. You're going to be screaming at the television for a good majority of the film. I personally didn't have much of an issue with it because the way it's set up is that there's basically no way out. Like, this is one of those situations where it's not the house that's haunted, it's you. So go ahead, run, do whatever the fuck you want. You know, this thing's coming for you. Now, this is set up like the movie Unfriended, which I think is, one of the greatest found footage movies, if that's what you want to call it, cyber tech found footage somewhere. I think that's one of the best found footage films ever made. I think it's near flawless. So when I saw that this was coming out, I was pretty damn excited, and I'd never even found out about it. And there's like no promotions. Shudder isn't fucking promoting this thing anywhere. This is so weird to me because this is a pretty damn cool, computer, laptop, Skype type film. We've gotten a few of these at this point with The Den, Unfriended Dark Web, Searching. I mean, there's definitely been a decent amount of open windows with Elijah Wood. So these movies do get made here and there. And I think when done correctly, like Unfriended, they can be extremely effective because it very much puts you in the shoes of the characters, as does any found footage film when done right, because who hasn't been on a Skype call? I mean, we've all been there. We've seen the screen as it's portrayed in the film, and so we feel like we're there. We feel like we're that like sixth box on the screen, and we're just kind of getting that like bird's eye view. And I thought, the acting is great. The setups for the scares are mostly traditional. There's not a lot of original thought put into things, but pretty well executed regardless, and a lot of effects that I wasn't expecting from something that was thrown together so quickly and probably so cheaply. I can't imagine they spent a lot of money on this movie, but the effects were mostly good. Yeah, there's certain things that are fairly CGI, and there's a couple things that I would love. Okay, there is one thing off the top of my head. There might be more, but there was one thing, and it had to do with filters. That's all I'm going to say on it. But I was like, that was a great idea, to take the technology of today and blend it with what's going on in that moment and all of that. That was ingenious. So I really, really appreciated that specific idea and it being executed on screen. And there's a lot of pretty grandiose moments in this smaller film where things are flying around and, cupboards and shit are just getting knocked open, shit's flying everywhere, bodies are being picked up. And I was like, whoa, how the hell did they do this? There obviously had to be a couple more people in those houses. They were not practicing social distancing. Talking about social distancing, though, I understand that it's a part of a theme of the film, and I know that they're trying to be relevant of the times and whatnot. But there is some social distancing and quarantine protocol being followed in this movie in certain sequences that made me kind of roll my eyes and laugh a little bit, because I'm just like, really? Come on. But I don't know. It didn't make sense for the reality of things, but they're trying to stay, true to the times and whatnot. Okay, fine. And I guess, maybe they'd get shit if they didn't do that in the movie. I don't know. You'd have to know what I'm talking about. I'd have to do a spoiler discussion. But there's something towards the end with a character. And I was just like, really, you would do that? You would do that? You would get that? You guys would do that? Like that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know about that. But whatever. But yeah, there's definitely some moments where I'm like, what? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't, that kind of stuff. But I don't usually allow that to take me out of the film unless it's absolutely egregious. Unless it's something that's just so dumb, so unforgivably stupid. For me, this is one of those situations where it doesn't really matter what you do. Once you've kind of unleashed the beast, whatever it is that's happened here, you're kind of fucked. And for me, it's just like setting up the scares by that point. And letting the characters take us on this journey to to their imminent demise, because it's a horror movie. You know that the majority of these characters are gonna kind of get knocked off one by one. So, and the way this sets this up, just for me, these kinds of movies, these kind of spirits, demons, whatever they're playing with, you're pretty much fucked. I mean, you're pretty much fucked once you let a demon into your life. I mean, have you seen any of the Paranormal Activity movies? Like, you're fucked. You got a demon coming for you. Just hang yourself. Just get it over with, because you ain't getting out of it. But yeah, overall, it was good. It was good. I had seen rumblings of like greatest found footage movie ever or anything. Please, if you're gonna promote a movie, don't put that on it. Don't put that curse on it of like promoting it that high, that heavy. Even if you think that, I don't think it's good for the film to ever quote, especially if you're like a reputable name and you're like, it's the best fucking movie I've ever seen. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give your honest opinion. It's just that really does set up insane expectations, because even if it is the best movie you've seen, setting that up for people, they're going to be like, okay, best movie ever, and they're going to go in with these unbelievably unrealistic expectations, because most people are not going to share that same opinion as you. And if it doesn't become the best movie they've ever seen, they're immediately going to be like, what? This isn't that good. And that not that good becomes shit. So for me, that was kind of annoying to even hear that they promoted things like that. Netflix is responsible for doing that all the time. Like, audiences can't even finish this movie and shit. So stupid. But overall, if you're a found footage fan, if you like the style of Unfriended, The Den, whatever, you're not somebody who constantly yells at the screen, what are you doing in there, and this and that, I think this is going to be a really enjoyable one for you. As I said, the acting is top notch. All the ladies in this are really, really good. So yeah, I mean, my hat's off to everyone involved in making this. I don't know how many people worked on this, but as fast as they got it out, as good as it is, I'm impressed. This is cool. This is a piece of coronavirus history. Like, a feature film was made during this time remotely with some filmmakers and actors, and it's impressive, man. It's impressive. I'm jealous. I wish I could have done this, but I dug it, and I'll be looking forward to, as I always say, I'll be looking forward to the general consensus here. So let me know when you watch it. It's only 54 minutes long, so you don't got a lot of time to waste with this one if you don't like it. Let me know. Adios.